Today we're going to be looking at some of the bugs that are present still in PUBG Mobile that really drive me nuts. And I'm not talking about teammates who like to blow you up. We're going to start this nice and simple. Thanks very much for the grenade, Grudy. You got knocked 2 of your teammates. Well done. I'm going to start this on the range. I'm going to do a few of the simple ones first, and then we're going to get into some of the more weird stuff as we progress. This is the animation kick thing. You can see the AUG has an animation kick between the first round and the second round. There's a big gap. You can still see the AUG spray pattern there on the left. The M416 has no animation kick when prone. It just doesn't have a big gap between the first and the second round. So that's one thing that is really needs to be sorted out, but you know, probably won't be. You can see the vertical recoil on the M249 when you are crouching. When you're prone, there's no real vertical recoil. The reason for this seems to be the recoil numbers are bugged and reversed. It goes horizontal in huge amounts and has absolutely bog-all vertical recoil. I'm not controlling the recoil here. I'm just holding the fire button. Usually recoil goes up about 3 times as much as it goes horizontally. However, the recoil on the M249 when prone goes horizontal about 3 to 4 times as much as it goes vertical. So you can fire 150 rounds without ever getting above like a couple of feet over your target. Nice to know. This is one that's been bugging me for absolute ages. There's me running someone over in a buggy. Here's me running someone else over again. You can hear the crunch as I hit him. He's still up. Here's me running him over again. Nothing. It frustrates me so much when you run people over and nothing happens to them. This is a clip from me
How did that not run
like
him
a
over?
year ago.
Get wrecked.
Watch this.
There's another one there. They're both there. They can't see each other. Only I can see everything. Only I know exactly what's going on here.
It's madness. Watch me.
How
It's
are
still
you
doing
not dead?
the same crap
Are you
like
kidding,
this.
You two? It's embarrassing. Who makes these cars? Who even makes these cars?
And a third time. You ready for this one?
Okay, that's it. I've had enough of this shit.
I really don't understand how hard it is to just do vehicle physics, but it seems to be awfully hard. And we may as well talk about another vehicle issue. Well, that was a nice finish too. The invisible driver in vehicles, or the invisible people in vehicles. There's more than one person. You'll see this is happening so often. It happens intermittently, patch to patch. I don't know how they get this so wrong, but it happens all the time. That's 220 meters away, well within render range, and there's just a car over there that no one's driving. It's just no one driving a car. Just a car going for a drive all on its own. And you can't kill them. You have to blow the car up. I don't want to focus on it too much, but it drives me nuts. This is another one that people don't seem to know about. When you're on the range and you're doing custom sensitivity, you can adjust it as much as you want. It won't affect the weapon. And people screw their sensitivity up because they go on the range and they think that they're actually fixing sensitivity here. But this has been bugged for a bunch of patches. I have reported this one and it still hasn't been fixed. That's with 300% ADS. You can see it's not doing anything. It's doing absolutely nothing. So if you were on the range and you were just slightly adjusting, you'd like adjust it up or down 2%, get a really good spray and think, I've nailed it. And all you've done is ruined it, because when you jump in the game and you play, that's when it will actually use the settings that you've been tinkering with there. If I left this at 300%, you know, it would be a nightmare when I started the game. But, you know, it just doesn't work. And it's really frustrating for me that still isn't fixed. Thinking of frustrating shotguns, let's really talk about this. This is a huge one. One is a lot of times with shotguns, shots don't count, or they don't seem to count. And I'm not talking about ones like that. I'm talking about ones like this. Watch this in slow-mo. It's always shotguns. Well, it's not always shotguns. It's also sniper rifles. The reason you notice it with these weapons is because they're one-shot weapons. That's him. He's very, very healthy and is currently running around with like a 1.5 KDR. But that's cool. He got me. This is earlier in the season. This is actually today. And I know why this is happening, but this still frustrates me. Let's watch that again. Zoom it in. On top of the level 2 helmet. Headshot. Nothing. That's because they're doing an animation. It's the same when people are vaulting through windows and you hit them and they take no damage. As soon as the animation is over, I'm able to hit them again. Again, this is a bug that has been in the game forever. This is one that is just ridiculous. This is warping. Warping with shotguns. It also happens with the Uzi and apparently with the Vector, although I've never had it happen with the Vector or the Uzi for me. That happens with my teammates. Watch, this is clear as a bell. I'm under 100 ping. I'm going to strafe out, shoot the guy, which is, it doesn't seem to stop him at all. And then it just chucks me back to the left. Doesn't count the damage I did to him and kills me. And it happens with shotguns. Doesn't happen with M416s or M762s. Here we go again. You can clearly see this. I just warp backwards. It's absolutely baffling to me. This has also been happening a lot. Watch this. I want to thirst this guy because he thirsted my teammate, and then I turn around to leave, and that's when I get hit. I'm standing in the same spot, and I've been hit through walls so many times this season. What? Got another one for you, and this one is baffling. Absolutely baffling. If you look in the top right of the screen, you will see the circle shrinking, and now it's going to show us where the next circle is. Well, for some of you, it'll show you where the next circle is. For me today, it just showed me a circle, and I had absolutely no idea where we were meant to be going. Thankfully, it happened in a squad game where McDingling's like, no. Then he's like, yeah, that happened to me on Miramar yesterday. And the squad had to tell me where to go, and they were all dead. And they were like, I'm going, am I running the right way to the circle? And they're like, yeah, you're going the right way now. That would be frustrating, obviously. And I don't know why that happens. I'm going to finish this one with a video I posted to TikTok. It's not this one. It's the next clip after these crossbow shots. And I'm so over this, and it's a video that's done in PMPL and all the tournaments live, and people just watch, and this is nuts. I am so freaking sick of this. The sweat is one thing in solos. I can deal with the sweat. It's this stupid bullshit glitch where people run around doing jumpy, flippy, jumpy stuff to not use any footsteps running in. It's cheap. It's embarrassing. Have a good hard look at yourself. So those are the 10 most annoying things for me in PUBG Mobile right now in terms of the game mechanics. There are things that I don't love, like the fact that my crow suit now, the render on it's broken because a lot of the textures at 90 frames per second are just really, really poor. And that, you know, you're playing on Miramar and all your silver weapons just look grey, even though they're silver in the lobby. There's a lot of things like that that kind of frustrate me. You can take a wheel out on a really crappy car and it immediately, like, you drive around Miramar in a VW bang bus, and as long as you've got the front wheel taken out, well, you're the greatest car in the game. It just... That for me is not stuff that is as important to the gameplay as the 10 things that I talked about today, particularly jump punching. I think that is just an embarrassment overall. It would be tremendous for me if you guys would do me the favor and sub up. I do a lot of videos that are really in-depth and very hard to find videos like them on PUBG Mobile anywhere else. They are deep dives into recoil and bullet speed. And if you want to get better at the game, you need to know the numbers to make the right kind of decisions. I'm also looking at why the UMP is just so broken at the moment. A lot of the numbers don't add up to the actual results the gun is getting. And I'm kind of baffled by that. That's coming up. Look after yourselves. Stay safe in the battlefield. And as always, bye for now. We managed to clutch that one up. Good on us. And saved my good mate, my amigo, Swiss Chisel. Plus, we got to 10 minutes, which means we get another ad. Just settle down there, hombres. We're there now. God, I'm so sad. Bye, guys.